Hello guys, welcome back to our anime explainer. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of upcoming episode of Battle Through the Heavens based on novel. So let's start. The space within a silent ancient hall fluctuated slightly. A man and a woman slowly appeared before landing in the hall. They were Xiao Yan and Zun who had killed Hun Li and Hun Ya. The fight this time around was truly a quick one. Xiao Yan had gone all out during both of his attacks. He had used a swift and ferocious tactic to kill Hun Li, followed by Hun Ya. Hun Ya's duo were 8-star Do Zuns. If they were to join hands, it was likely that even an ordinary 9-star Do Zun would have difficulty finishing off the both of them. However, these two had been caught off guard, leaving them at a disadvantage. One of them was immediately killed by Xiao Yan. Otherwise, if the two of them truly risked everything, Xiao Yan would have needed to spend a ton of effort to deal with them. Xiao Yan and Zun stayed a couple of days outside after killing Hun Ya and Hun Li. Only then did they return to this ancient hall. You have returned. Xiao Yan and Zun had just appeared in the large hall when Xiao Xian's figure gradually appeared in front of them. He did not inquire about the trip's result. He clenched his hand and a pale black glow appeared in it. He randomly tossed it to Xiao Yang. Take it. This is the ancient insect emperor cloth. This thing can be worn in your body, and it is able to turn into ordinary clothes at any time. Although this requires Do Qi to continue supporting it, it can constantly defend against any attacks. Xiao Yang extended his hand and received that cluster of black light. He gently held it and a smooth silk-like feeling appeared in his hand. It was extremely comfortable. Drip a drop of essence blood into it, and you will be able to store it in your body. Xiao Xian smiled and reminded him. Xiao Yang did as he was told when he heard Xiao Xian's reminder. He dripped a drop of essence blood on the black light, and the cloth immediately wiggled. It appeared like liquid as it moved over Xiao Yang's hand and merged with his palm. Once that black light merged with Xiao Yang's body, he immediately sensed a strange energy spreading over his skin like a web. It covered every corner of his body. His heart shook and a faint black light surged out of his skin. It swiftly formed inconspicuous black clothes. Is this the ancient insect emperor cloth? It is indeed mysterious. Xiao Yang's palm slowly rubbed the black clothes on his body. The soft material gave Xiao Yang an extremely tough feeling. He involuntarily praised the cloth. Ha, this ancient insect emperor cloth is something that is a must-have for many experts, especially an insect emperor cloth that has been refined from an insect queen. Its value will not be any less than a Tian class Do skill, and it is a rare object that one can only obtain through luck. After all, a powerful existence like the insect queen cannot simply be obtained just because one wishes to. Xiao Xian fondled his beard and laughed. Xiao Yang nodded. Although this ancient insect emperor cloth required Do Qi to maintain, this exhaustion was not much of a burden for Xiao Yang since he possessed a quasi-Tian class Qi method. Hence, this insect emperor cloth could continuously remain on his body. Therefore, any unexpected sneak attack could be resolved by it. It would really reduce the amount of trouble he would face. After counting the days, you should be leaving the heavenly tomb today. Xiao Xian gave a slight smile as he watched Xiao Yang play with the insect emperor cloth. He was quiet for a moment before he suddenly spoke again. Xiao Yang's eyes shifted away from the insect emperor cloth as he slowly nodded. Xiao Yang softly sighed, but he did not say anything. In an instant, the atmosphere in the large hall appeared a little solemn. You will ultimately have to leave. You are the only hope for the Xiao clan. Xiao Xian grinned and shook his head. He patted Xiao Yang's shoulder and laughed. Little fellow, I will be waiting for you to return to the heavenly tomb. At that time, I wish to see if you will disappoint me. Ancestor, please rest assured. Xiao Yang will not have any face to come and see you before I reach the Doxing class. Xiao Yang spoke in a deep voice. Xiao Xian revealed a pleased expression as he slowly nodded. Zun by the side watched the two conversing. She suddenly interrupted a long time later. Xiao Yang, time's up. The two, who were chatting happily, stopped when they heard Zun'er's words. Xiao Yan was quiet for a moment before cupping his hands to Xiao Xian, before giving him a low bow. Little fellow. The future of the Xiao clan depends on you, Xiao Xian smiled and softly stated. Xiao Yang heavily nodded. He was just about to speak, when he suddenly sensed the surrounding space fluctuate. A suction force that could not be resisted was transmitted from the surrounding space. It appeared to be forcefully absorbing the space itself. Ancestor, take care. Xiao Yang will definitely find a way to let you escape. Upon sensing the powerful suction force, Xiao Yang was aware that 3 years was up. The heavenly tomb was forcefully expelling everyone. Xiao Yang's voice had just sounded when a large gap was suddenly torn open. A suction force erupted and fiercely swallowed Xiao Yang and Zun'er. Xiao Xian smiled in a pleased manner, as he watched the spot where Xiao Yang and Zun'er disappeared. After which, he softly sighed and muttered, Ancestors of the Xiao clan, you must definitely bless this little fellow. The destruction, or revival of the Xiao clan, completely relies on him. Numerous figures were suspended in the sky above a lush green mountain range. Their eyes focused on the distorted space. Elder Tong Xian, the 3-year time limit should be up today, right? A figure at a certain spot in the sky asked an elder in grayish-brown robes. Elder Tong Xian nodded indifferently. His eyes watched the distorted space. His heart was similarly a little anxious. He was clearly aware of the danger within the heavenly tomb. If anything untoward happened to those few young individuals from the Jiyu clan, the Jiyu clan would really suffer a great loss. I wonder who will have experienced the greatest improvement this time. An elder of the Jiyu clan fondled his beard and laughed. This will depend on their own fate. While the many figures in the air were chatting with each other, a black spatial mark suddenly cracked open. A few people rushed out in a flash. They are from the Lei clan. It seems that they did not suffer much. The surrounding figures slowly nodded when they saw the two figures who had first appeared. Moreover, the auras of the two were clearly a lot stronger compared to when they had entered the heavenly tomb half a year ago. It seemed that they had made significant gains in the heavenly tomb. Those from the Yao clan have exited, and the Yang clan. After those two from the Lei clan, others surfaced from the space one after another. Most of the auras of these people were a lot stronger than before they had entered the heavenly tomb, especially the case for one of the members of the Shi clan. He had advanced from a 7-star Dozun to the 8th star. This caused many to feel some envy. Another spatial crack appeared in front of everyone's eyes. Immediately, two figures drifted out under the focus of many eyes. They suddenly fell to the ground the moment they appeared. Some elders from the Jiyu clan hurriedly unleashed a gentle force when they saw this. The gentle force lifted the two bodies into the air. At this moment, they discovered that the two figures were completely void of life. They are Hun Ya and Hun Li from the Hun clan. The both of them have died in the heavenly tomb. The expressions of quite a number of people changed when they recognized the bodies. At the same time, Elder Tong Xian frowned and commented in a deep voice. All the members of the Jiyu clan faced each other as they studied the two corpses in the sky. They were quietly gloating in their hearts. The Jiyu clan was already at odds with the Hun clan. Their hearts would inevitably possess such thoughts when they saw that those two had unluckily died in the heavenly tomb. Hu Xian and the others, who had entered the heavenly tomb with the two of them, were stunned as they looked at the corpses of Hun Ya and Hun Li. They pondered some thoughts. The heavenly tomb might be dangerous, but everyone was clearly aware of where they should venture and where they should avoid. However, why did Hun Ya and Hun Li die together? It is likely that this matter isn't so simple, Hu Xian softly muttered. What do you mean? Hu Ji's thin eyebrows twitched as she asked a question. These two were planning on attacking Xiao Yang the moment they entered the heavenly tomb. Before all of us gathered, they had exchanged blows with Xiao Yang and Zun'er, Hu Xian quietly stated. Do you think that Xiao Yang and Zun'er killed the two of them? If the two were to join hands, even a 9-star Dozun would not be able to stop them from escaping. With Xian Yang's strength, I'm afraid, Hu Ji disagreed. Who knows, these two people are not nice characters anyway. It doesn't matter if they die, Hu Xian shrugged his shoulders. His heart suddenly shook, and his eyes turned to the space behind him. The space at that spot was slowly torn, as four powerful figures slowly walked out. Everyone swept their eyes over these figures, and immediately sighed in relief. Those four figures belonged to Jiyu Qingyang's group. Jiyu Qingyang's group sighed together, as they walked out of the spatial crack line, and looked at the surrounding lush green mountains. 3 years of bitter training was really too unbearable. Huh! That's Hun Ye and Hun Li. The eyes of Jiyu Qingyang's group suddenly paused on the two unmoving figures suspended in the sky. They were immediately startled and exclaimed aloud. Dead? Jiyu Qingyang knit his brows and softly commented. Who could be so ruthless? He actually killed these two ruthless characters. Jiyu Hua cried out in surprise. The four of them blinked. They faced each other. A moment later, they ended up crying out the same thing. Xiao Yan. Elder Xiao Xian did not attack back then. Given his character, he definitely felt that attacking these two was disdainful. Moreover, these two people are extremely cunning. It is impossible for them to provoke those energy bodies that they cannot afford to provoke. From this, the only possible answer is that they were killed by their enemies. However, the only ones in the heavenly tomb who possess the ability to kill them are the four of us if we attack together. However, we did not. Looking at it this way, Ji Yuzhen muttered. It can only be Xiao Yang and Zun. If Hun Ye and Hun Li joined hands, they would be able to fight with a 9-star expert. Zun might be strong, but it would not be difficult for these two to flee. Jiyu Qingyang frowned as he thought about the situation. While the group was facing each other, the space in front suddenly rippled. Immediately, a man and a woman stepped on empty air and slowly appeared in front of all the eyes in the area. That is Xiao Yang. What a powerful aura. No wonder. Jiyu Qingyang's group's eyes narrowed when the two figures appeared. They muttered among themselves. A man and a woman's tall figures slowly stepped out of the empty space in front of a countless number of eyes. After which, they steadily stood in the sky. A gentle breeze blew over and their clothes gently danced. They were just like a pair of immortal lovers. Zun Elder Tong Xian and the others studied the green-clothed woman in the sky before sighing in relief. Zun was undoubtedly the most important person within the Jiyu clan. If any accident were to happen to her, they would end up with a great lose that could not be filled. That is Xiao Yang, this aura. Elder Tong Xian's eyes paused on Zun before suddenly turning to the black-haired young man beside her. After which, his eyes hardened a little, and a surprise appeared within them. With his eyesight, he could naturally sense that Xiao Yang's aura had reached that of an 8-star Do Zun. This was many times stronger than half a year ago. His strength has increased by 3 stars, what frightening speed. Some elders faced each other. There was a shock that could not be hidden on their faces. Even though the heavenly tomb was mysterious and possessed a unique flow of time, it was quite incredible for one to raise one's strength by 3 stars during 3 years. At the very least, it was the first time that they had witnessed someone improve so much, even when compared to the many people that had entered the heavenly tomb before. Could it be because of Xiao Xian's tomb? Elder Tong Xian slightly frowned. He was extremely knowledgeable, and was aware of how difficult it was to raise one's strength by 3 stars. After musing for a moment, he thought of the tomb that Xiao Xian had left behind in the heavenly tomb. Xiao Yang and Zun in the sky looked around them while being stared at by the many pairs of eyes. They deeply inhaled some fresh air. After having been shut within the ancient hall for a long time, the outside world appeared extremely beautiful to them. It is unexpected that even Hun Ye and Hun Li's corpses were sent out. Xiao Yang's eyes suddenly paused on the 2 corpses suspended in the sky. His brows were lifted unnoticeably as he muttered. Ha ha, brother Xiao Yang, it is unexpected that your strength has already reached this stage after just 2 years. Hu Xian led Hu Ji over with a smile. He arrived while Xiao Yang was muttering to himself. Huxian then cupped his hands together and laughed. Brother Huxian has also progressed quite quickly. Xiao Yang smiled and replied. He could naturally tell that the current Huxian was reaching the peak of an 8-star Dozun. How can I compare with you? Huxian bitterly laughed. 2 years ago, Xiao Yang was merely a 6-star Dozun, while he was an 8-star Dozun. Now, Xiao Yang had reached the peak of an 8-star Dozun, while he had merely advanced from the initial stage of an 8-star Dozun to a position near the peak of an 8-star Dozun. If one were to talk about it, he was a little weaker than Xiao Yang. Xiao Yang smiled. He understood that it would have been impossible for his strength to soar this much if he had not obtained Xiao Xian's inheritance. Congratulations. Jiyu Qingyang's group also came over while Xiao Yang was conversing with Huxian. All of them smiled and congratulated Xiao Yang. Xiao Yang smiled and responded to their congratulations. These two fellows are really unlucky. Jiyu Qingyang glanced at the 2 ice-cold corpses suspended in the sky before he suddenly commented. Xiao Yang's brows twitched when he heard this. He immediately replied without leaving a trace, it can be considered retribution. Hearing Xiao Yang's response, Jiyu Qingyang could guess that the matter of the Han duo's deaths was likely related to Xiao Yang, especially since his strength had soared. If he joined hands with Zun Er, it was not impossible to kill Han Ya and Han Li. This matter will likely be a little troublesome. There's someone from the Han clan guarding here for the appearance of Han Ya and Han Li, Jiyu Qingyang softly said. Xiao Yang's heart shook when he heard these words. He was just about to speak, when he suddenly saw 2 black fogs rushing over from the distant sky like black dragons. They appeared beside those 2 icy corpses a moment later. Han Ya. Han Li. The 2 black fogs shook. They transformed into 2 black-robed old men, who stared at Han Ya and Han Li's corpses. It appeared as though they were struck by lightning. Neither of them had expected that the 2, who had entered the heavenly tomb, would actually die. Those people around also hurriedly pulled back, when they saw their eyes redden. They were afraid that these 2 old men would suddenly turn crazy. The 2 black-robed old men's eyes reddened, and they began to pant like a bull. A moment later, they suddenly exchanged glances. Their eyes suddenly turned and looked at Xiao Yang in the sky. Before Han Ya and Han Li had entered the heavenly tomb, they were aware that Han Ya and Han Li were planning on killing Xiao Yang in the heavenly tomb. However, Xiao Yang was currently fine and his strength had even soared. On the other hand, Han Ya and Han Li had ended up with a miserable fate. This scene caused them to immediately place their doubts on Xiao Yang. Xiao Yang. The 2 of them viciously stared at Xiao Yang. A moment later, one of them was unable to endure any longer. A furious roar that contained a murderous desire resounded across the sky. Xiao Yang slid his calm eyes over when he heard the roar. He asked in a faint voice, "Is there anything you wish to say?" "A life for a life." The expression of that black-robed man was extremely gloomy. His sleeve trembled after his final word sounded. A black chain that contained a dark chilly aura penetrated empty air, and ruthlessly shot toward Xiao Yang. Xiao Yang's expression did not change when faced with the black-robed old man's sudden attack. He took a step forward and extended a flame-covered palm. His hand firmly grabbed the dark black chain. A purple-brown fire followed the chain, and rushed down before attacking the old man. Humph! That black-clothed elder coldly snorted when he saw Xiao Yang retaliating. He clenched his fist. The black fog was just like a poisonous dragon as it followed the chain and emitted a roar. It ruthlessly collided with the purple-brown line of fire. Bang! The fire and black fog exploded upon contact. The powerful force cut through the chain. The chain exploded in the sky, and a powerful wind swept away from the point of explosion. Xiao Yang's shoulders shook and the wind was removed. On the other hand, that black-clothed old man staggered back. Clearly, he was at a disadvantage in this exchange. Old man, a person should not behave so shamelessly. Xiao Yang threw aside the chain in his hand. His eyes were icy-cold as they focused on the black-clothed elder. He coldly laughed. The black-clothed old man stabilized his body. His expression was extremely ugly. The old man's strength was around an 8-star dozun, but he did not expect Xiao Yang to gain the advantage in his hands. "Han Lin, this is the Jiyu realm, not your Han realm." Elder Tong Xian also frowned as he spoke in a deep voice. "Humph, Xian Tong, members of our Han clan have lost their lives in this place of yours. All of you share the blame." That old man, who was called Han Lin, furiously cried out. "Xiao Yang, I think that you should obediently follow me back to the Han clan. If you are really not the murderer of Han Ya and Han Li, we will definitely not make things difficult for you." The other black-clothed old man coldly cried out. Preposterous. Xiao Yang could not resist laughing out loud when he heard this. These two old fellows were really foolish. They were actually able to say such words. "Misters, the heavenly tomb is filled with danger. No one dares to guarantee that one will be able to smoothly exit it. If you do not have the evidence to prove that Xiao Yang Ji is the murderer, please do not randomly attack. This place is after all my Jiyu clan." Zana's pretty eyes glanced at the Han Lin duo as she faintly spoke. "Additionally, this matter is not considered over. Han Ya and Han Li once launched a sneak attack on everyone from our Jiyu clan in the heavenly tomb. The two of you will perhaps have to give an explanation for this." The many eyes in the sky emitted a swoosh sound as they shifted to the two Han elders when they heard Zana's words. Most of those present were members of the Jiyu clan. Hence, those eyes vaguely contained some ill intent. "Han Lin, is what Zana said true?" Elder Tong Xian's expression gradually became ugly. He looked at Han Li and Han Ya before crying out in a deep voice. Zana possessed the divine bloodline. She was undoubtedly the most important person in the Jiyu clan. If Han Ya and Han Li really dared to attack her, he would definitely teach the elders an unforgettable lesson. The faces of Han Lin's duo changed when they saw that Zana had turned the tables on them. They did not expect Han Ya and Han Li to be so bold. They dared to attack Zana's group in the heavenly tomb, but it was obvious that they must not admit that Zana's group was attacked at this moment no matter what. Han Li coldly cried out, "HMPH, what unreasonable words. You are only trying to clear yourself of suspicion. Today, we are in the Jiyu realm and the two of us can indeed do nothing. However, Xiao Yang, you better remember that the Han clan will definitely take revenge for Han Ya and Han Li in the future." Xiao Yang's face was calm. He faintly replied, "I will remember your words in my heart." The eyes of the Han elders became dark and cold when they heard Xiao Yang's reply. Forget about the members of the Jiyu clan present. With the increase in Xiao Yang's strength, the two of them would have difficulty capturing him. All they could do was wave their hands and grab Han Li and Han Ya's corpses. Their faces were furiously green as they turned into two black shadows that rushed to the exit of the Jiyu realm. A cold expression flashed across Xiao Yang's eyes as he watched the two figures grow distant. His eyes swept carefully around him. However, he discovered that the little fairy doctor's group was absent. This discovery caused him to frown. The little fairy doctor's group would definitely leave one person waiting for him unless there were some special circumstances. Could it be that something has happened to the Falling Star Pavilion? Elder Tong Xian's body moved as he watched Han Lin's two-man team grow distant. He appeared in front of Zana and asked, "Zana, are you all right?" Zana shook her head. Xiao Yang beside her hesitated for a moment before cupping his hands together and asking, "Elder Tong Xian, may I know where the little fairy doctor's group is now?" "They left 3 months after you entered the heavenly tomb. It is likely that they returned to the Falling Star Pavilion. However, they did not explain what happened. All they said is to inform you to swiftly return to the Falling Star Pavilion once you come out." Ella Xian Tong thought for a moment before replying. Xiao Yang frowned when he heard this. He immediately nodded and hesitated for a moment. Finally, he faced Zana and said, "It seems that something has indeed happened. This time around, I will not remain in the Jiyu clan for long. Are you leaving with me this time?" Zana hesitated for a moment when she heard this. She was just about to nod her head when Elder Tong Xian by the side hurriedly said, Zan there have been some big matters in the Jiyu clan recently. After a discussion by the elders, you must not leave the Jiyu realm. What happened? Zana knit her brows as she asked. Elder Tong Xian hesitated for a moment. He glanced at Xiao Yan. He was just about to say something when Zana indifferently said, Elder Tong Xian, just say what you have to say. There are no outsiders here. Elder Tong Xian could only helplessly nod his head when he heard Zana's words. He softly answered, the Ling realm has suddenly been shut. Ling realm? Shut? Xiao Yang and Zana were startled. Zana's expression immediately changed. It's the Ling clan. Xiao Yang mused for a moment when he saw the change in Zana's expression. He came to an understanding. This Ling realm was likely the realm where the Ling clan, which was one of the 8 ancient clans, resided. Why was the Ling realm suddenly shut? No wonder the Ling clan did not send anyone to the heavenly tomb this time around. Zana knit her brows as she spoke. We have no idea. We have dispatched experts to investigate, but we have failed to obtain even the slightest news. The space where the Ling realm was originally located has completely disappeared. Even after some elders within the clan went to probe, they were unable to discover anything. That manner is as though the Ling realm has been completely hidden. Elder Tong Xian frowned as he explained the situation. Clearly, this unusual matter was really baffling. Sealing the realm and hiding it. They would definitely not do this unless they meet with an extremely big matter. Could it be that the Ling clan has met with a trouble so large that even they are unable to resolve it? Zana softly muttered. I am not certain about this. Although the Ling clan has been showing signs of declining during these years and had seldom come into contact with us, they still possess an extremely rich foundation. Even the Jiyu clan, being another of the 8 ancient clan, would have difficulty forcing them into such a state. Elder Tong Xian's brows contained some worry as he continued, clan head and the rest are doing their best to investigate this matter. If the Ling clan has really met with some catastrophe, we will have to take additional precaution. Hence, I'm afraid that you will not be able to leave the Jiyu realm during this period of time. Zana curled her little mouth. Her face had become a little grave. This was the first time in many years that an ancient clan had actually sealed their realm to hide themselves. This kind of unexpected matter caused one's heart to become a little heavy. Zana, since now is not the right time, you should remain in this Jiyu realm. This place is the safest. Xiao Yang frowned and mused for a moment before he spoke with a grave expression. He was unfamiliar with the so-called Ling clan. Hence, he was unaware of just how terrifying their strength was, but since they could be considered one of the ancient clans, they were likely extraordinary. It would still be all right if they met with a non-human related disaster. If it was a man-made disaster, it would be a little shocking. Elder Tong Xian by the side sighed in relief when he heard Xiao Yang's words. Zana hesitated for a moment before gently nodding. Her pretty eyes looked at Xiao Yang as she said, in that case, Xiao Yang Ge should be careful outside. The enmity between the Han clan and you is becoming deeper. There is no guarantee when they will dispatch a true expert. Relax. Xiao Yang smiled and replied. Ha ha, young friend Xiao Yang, please stay in the Jiyu realm for one night. Our Jiyu clan will send you and everyone else out of the Jiyu realm tomorrow. Tong Xian grinned as he spoke. Xiao Yang did not object Elder Tong Xian's arrangement. He would need the Jiyu clan to open the spatial door if he wished to leave. Hence, he nodded immediately. The moonlight was like water as it scattered down from the sky and covered this lush and quiet mountain range. Xiao Yang stood with his hands behind his back in front of a quiet bamboo house. He watched the bright moon in the sky and felt a melancholy in his heart. Although only half a year had passed in the outside world, he had been together with Zun in the heavenly tomb for 3 years. These 3 years of being together had already caused him to get used to her being by his side. However, he was about to leave tomorrow. He did not know when they would meet again. Xiao Yang Gege. A soft, gentle voice suddenly appeared behind Xiao Yang as he sighed. Immediately, Xiao Yang's hands, which were behind him, felt a soft, smooth, warm hand gently grab his. A beautiful face that caused even the bright moon to lose its appeal appeared in front of him. That gentle and beautiful smile caused a warmth to flow within his heart. Zun there's a matter that I need to talk to you about. Xiao Yang hesitated for a moment as he searched that beautiful face before he finally spoke. Zun's long eyelashes fluttered when she heard Xiao Yang's words. Her face leaned on Xiao Yang's chest as she softly asked, "Is it the matter related to Cai Lin?" Zun clearly sensed Xiao Yang's body stiffen a little when she said those words. She lifted her pretty face and saw the expected, a stunned face. You know about it." Xiao Yang studied Zun's smiling face that contained a slyness as he exclaimed in shock. "I am worried about you and can only relax after gaining information about you. Given my status in the Jiu clan, there are people who will take the initiative to deliver any information about you to me. Cai Lin is included among this information." Zun softly muttered. "This matter." A warmth surged into Xiao Yang's heart when he heard Zun muttering to herself. He was just about to say something, but he had only managed to get 2 words out before having no idea what he should say. His usual eloquence seemed to have been lost today. He was aware that the person in his embrace was viewed by a countless number of people as a goddess regardless of whether they were from the Jiu clan or the outside world. Being able to hug this almost perfect lady was already a great luxury. It was likely that many people would think him overboard if he still greedily wished to enjoy multiple women in front of her. Xiao Yang's clumsiness at this moment caused Zun to shake her head as she muttered to herself. "Back then, I was also very furious, but I have been unable to forget about you still. Since I am unwilling to forget, I will ultimately have to endure. However, you must not be let off too easily." Zun's final word had just sounded when she opened her small mouth and ruthlessly bit Xiao Yang's chest. This time around, she did not show any mercy. Even the corner of Xiao Yang's mouth involuntarily twitched a couple of times when she bit him. However, he merely stood there without daring to move. The do qi within his body was also suppressed. He was afraid that any retaliation from his do qi would harm Zun. "I will see whether you will still dare to be a womanizer in the future." Zun only released her small mouth a moment later. She lifted her pretty face. Her ferociousness appeared exceptionally lovely under the moonlight. A fire suddenly surged within Xiao Yang's heart as he observed Zun, who appeared very much like a little girl at this moment. He suddenly lowered his head and ruthlessly pressed down on Zun's small mouth, stunning her. Zun's lovely body stiffened when she was suddenly assaulted by Xiao Yang. An embarrassed redness spread down her long neck like a burning cloud. It reached the tip of her delicate ears before coming to a halt. Zun began to struggle gently after she stilled for a moment. However, her narrow waist was being tightly embraced by Xiao Yang's arms. She struggled briefly for a moment before she finally felt some lust. She allowed Xiao Yang to wantonly grab her. At this moment, that goddess from the Jiu clan had become so gentle that she could melt anything. The 2 figures appeared to have melted together under the bright moonlight that scattered down. Their rich desire had caused even the bright moon to quietly hide behind some dark clouds. Only after the moonlight gradually dimmed did the pair of lovers, who had been pressed tightly against each other, separate. A flame of desire rose within Xiao Yang's lower abdomen when he saw Zun's flush-red face, which was extremely enchanting. His eyes wandered over her body with a fiery heat. His hand, which had been hugging her delicate waist, slowly began to move along her tempting curves. However, Xiao Yang was preparing to take the next step when a soft cough suddenly formed within this serene bamboo forest. This sudden soft cough was like thunder. It caused Xiao Yang and Zun to separate, as if they had been electrocuted. Their eyes looked in the direction where the sound had originated, only to find a middle-aged man in ordinary clothes standing a short distance away. That face surprisingly belonged to the clan head of the Jiu clan, who was Zun's father, Jiu Yuan. Zun's originally flush-red face turned even redder when she saw Xiao Yan. Her hand ruthlessly pinched Xiao Yan's waist before her lovely body moved and she left to hide in her room. Xiao Yan could only bitterly laugh when he saw Zun flee. He immediately hardened his skin and looked at Xiao Yan with some embarrassment. Part 1 end here.